So, my name is Kate Rochford-Price. I am in the MAT English Ed program. I just got a job teaching 6th grade ELA, um, although I do plan to kind of move up through the ranks eventually. As far as the kind of teacher that I plan on being, just looking back through all of my discussion posts in 6250, I think, I kind of came out in with an idea of who I wanted to be as a teacher, and, I left with that same idea. I just gained a lot of research based knowledge that supported my decisions and style. So I definitely want to have a community type classroom that's really supportive. Like, students are people first, and if they don't feel comfortable, then they're not going to learn. And as far as, cognition goes, I do want to keep things at a level where they can really participate with their learning. I don't want to elevate the material so much so that my 6th graders, don't have any kind of metacognition about their learning. And I really like constructivism. So I want to, work with what they learned in 5th grade. I want to teach with what they'll have in 7th grade, in mind. And also, scaffold, so build on the blocks that the individual students have. I'm also a huge fan of social learning theory, which in my review of Right On with Miss G's series of blog posts on stations, you can see that incorporates social learning theory, and it's also very kinesthetic, which I think is really great, especially for 6th graders. So I want to do a lot of hands-on activities that help with retention, get them interacting, and kind of cement that learning experience. And hopefully that can also help with like motivation and things, because I don't want them to learn the material simply because they have to. I want them to have some vested interest, and if that means real world applications, then that's what it means. And I think I want to put together some kind of first day presentation where I kind of go ahead and get that one question out of the way of why do we have to learn this. And I especially think that English, and I might be biased, but English is super important for all fields. So it's arguably, like one of the most important classes that you take in secondary school, because it teaches you how to communicate effectively, and you're going to need that whether or not you are a scientist or, a PR director or an executive or whatever. So you're gonna need that no matter what. And I hope that provides some motivation for them. I'm young. I just completed my undergrad. I'm 23. So I'd like to think that I'm culturally relevant, but probably not. I hope I can keep things kind of current as far as culturally responsive. I have done some studies and forays into Asian American and Asian Mexican, Mexican American literature, which kind of gives a, a little bit of a lens for the culture and things like that. But mainly just being kind of aware that there are different cultures to consider. I want to have a place for that, and especially in using diverse literature in the classroom, and not just Mark Twain and other old white men. I hope can encourage the kind of community that I'm hoping for. I do want to be super inclusive. I think that there's room for everyone at the table. And I don't want to incorporate ability grouping. I want to hopefully increase my students' ZPD by having them paired with people of different strengths and weaknesses so that they can all kind of feed off of each other and make each other better learners. And then I can just facilitate that, which takes a lot of work, so I don't have any misconceptions about the workload, for sure. And then as far as differentiation goes, I'm a big proponent of it. I think it's great for motivation. I think when students are motivated, they excel. And as a teacher, I want to see their best work. It's no fun for me to grade, work that's just turned in for the grade, for the participation grade. And like I said, I would really recommend her blog, and she has a great post on flexible seating too. And generally, I'm a big fan of a lot of teacher Instagrammers. It's kind of how I got my feet wet, since I didn't come from an education background. But that is me in a nutshell. So thanks for your time.